And we have a lot to talk about. We want to talk about an app you guys have, the Child ID app. And this is really meant for parents who, in a pinch, in a public setting, may look your kids right there and turn and they're not. So can you just tell us a little bit about how this app can help in some of those situations?
Yeah, so this app has been out since about 2015, and it helps you, because I've been in that situation too, where all of a sudden your child is not there and now panic is ensuing.
Yeah.
So what this app does is it contains all the information about your child. So birthmarks, age, height, weight. You take a photo of them, so you have a photo of what they're wearing that day. So everything that could help if they need medications, right? So anything that you need, because when you're panicked and you can't find your child, this is a one-stop app where you can share that information with law enforcement. And it also has a checklist in there that tells you, okay, this is what you need to do at this time frame, and it gives you, so that way you're not thinking and you're panicking. But it also goes through each step of what you need to do in order to help find your child. Sometimes it's in the mall. Right now it's 4th of July. We're getting ready to go to big events with fireworks. Vacation is here, so just it's a very helpful tool just to have in your pocket if that happens.
Yeah, and how is it beneficial? Because of course anybody could say, oh my gosh, my kid's gone, let's find a security guard or a police officer. But with that app, it just kind of streamlines things. Can you explain?
Yeah, so it does streamline because you have everything in one spot. So you're able to email all that information that you've inputted about your child directly to that law enforcement officer, so they don't have to write it down and make a mistake, right? You can remember everything because you as a parent, as a mom and dad are stressed. You're stressed out because you're trying to find your child. So yeah, you just have it one stop there and you can provide it to them. It is password protected, so the FBI does not control this information. We're not looking at your child's information. So it's just there on your phone. So if you need it in case of an emergency, it's there and it's just a one click and it can help you.
And Jeanette, we know it's called Child ID, but the app also has other benefits, or it could be used for others as well, right?
Yeah, so what I've told a lot of people is in this day and age, we're caretakers, we're taking care of elderly parents or elderly relatives, and we see a lot of these silver alerts that go out there. So this app can be used for the same thing. So you can enter the same information, and that way you can give it to the police officers to help in the search of your elderly parents. So it's twofold. So don't just because it's named Child ID app doesn't mean that that's the only thing it can be used for.
And really for you guys, it's the first app that the FBI launched. I guess, can you just tell us why it's so important and how this can just make such a huge difference if you are ever in that situation where you need to get this information to law enforcement quickly?
So I said protecting children is one of our number one priorities with the FBI because they're our most vulnerable population. And we just see that the quicker we're able to provide information as a parent to law enforcement speeds up the recovery because the first 24 hours is the most crucial when we're trying to find a missing child, right? So we developed this app to be able to help the parent and then help law enforcement speed up the process and not having to search for photos, or are you trying to remember how tall your child is, right? So this is the one-stop shop for that. And this has been a very successful app that we've had, so we've developed other apps in the FBI suite, but this primarily is the best app that we have out there just to help the community with our children.
So for those parents out there, or maybe grandparents or caretakers who may be interested in getting the app, how can they get the app?
Oh yes, so it's a free app and you can download it off the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. So it's free, and again, I can't stress enough that the FBI does not house that information. It is kept on your phone and it is password protected. And they have updated the app now so you can share that. So if you're the only one with the app, so mom is the only one with the app, you can share that information to dad's app, grandma's app, phone, Sorry, and then that way they have all that information on their phones as well.
So it makes it easier
Yes.
regardless of who maybe is taking care of this tiny toddler that wants to wander around.
Oh, yes, yeah. So it's just, it happens in a heartbeat, and it's the most scary thing. I've been there, and this app has been great because I use it as well.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add, or just want the community to know about maybe these situations that can come quickly, or just the app overall?
So I think just the app is great, but just take.
Maybe the precautions as well. Like you mentioned, 4th of July. There's
Yes.
going to be a crowded area. Make sure to have like that app on there.
Yes, make sure you have your app. Take a photo of your child that day before you go out, because me working like at an amusement park when I was younger, parents would be so upset they couldn't remember what their child was wearing, so they would tell us red top, blue jeans, and then the child was wearing a white top and purple pants, right? So something that way. So it's a little bit harder for us to find the child. So if you take a picture of them before you go out for your gathering, or the amusement park, Wet and Wild, you know, Western Playland, or you're going somewhere else, it just helps speed up the process. And it helps us as law enforcement to have a up-to-date picture so we know what the child looks like, and any identifiers. So if they have a birthmark, it's really important to know.
Great advice. Thank you so much, Jeanette, for being on here for today's Community Conversations.